I grew up in a really loving family where there was never any aggression, not even a raised voice. My parents' marriage was built on trust and open communication, and what I witnessed growing up was them treating each other with kindness and mutual respect. This formed the foundation for me of what I believed relationships to be, and I thought that when I grew up that I would be involved in that same kind of loving relationship that they had. But my safe family life was shattered when I was a teenager. My parents and brother drowned after our boat sank out in Western Port Bay. I swam alone in the darkness for nearly 4 hours and was the only one to survive. And my whole life changed after that. I was 15 years of age, alone, vulnerable, and suffering from a deep level of survivor guilt. I was 18 when I met Stuart. I'd love to say that in the 3 years since losing my family that my happiness had returned, but the fact was that I was sad and lost with absolutely no sense of belonging. Stuart was much older than me. He was 33 and a businessman, very successful at what he was doing. He didn't display any signs of aggression or dominance at the beginning of our relationship. He was kind and caring. And 12 months later, when I became pregnant, he invited me to move in with him. I thought that I was finally going to have another family to belong to again. But within a very short period of time, things started to change. And the abuse started with petty things. I suddenly went from living in a home where I felt safe to feeling frightened of the man that said that he loved me, the father of my child. I actually found the emotional abuse to be the most difficult to deal with. And it got to the point where I was so scared that I would literally whisper to people, frightened that he was hearing every word. So over time, I basically stopped talking to people. I felt totally isolated and alone. I struggled for many years to overcome both the emotional and the financial trauma. The abuse that Stuart subjected me to has affected my relationships going forward. For many years, I had massive issues with trusting men. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I made the decision that I no longer wanted to be a victim. I wanted to reclaim my life and become a survivor, a creator of my own future. The journey of healing required me to face many parts of my life that had been painful. This included the abuse, the rape, and the loss of my family. I've also managed to heal the damage that was caused by Stuart's abuse. I'm unable to change what he did to me, but I am able to choose how I react to it. And I've worked through the pain and the anger and put it all behind me. And I now enjoy a peaceful and happy life that is without fear. Let's come together as a community and support our men and our women who abuse. Let's encourage them to seek help, heal past traumas and rebuild their lives. Because without education and healing, we'll never be able to eradicate this behaviour from our society.